Hey Mouseketeers, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Today's video is actually a request. My 15 packing tips for going to Walt Disney World and Disneyland, and a lot of these apply to anywhere in general. Some of these you probably have, some of these you might not have thought of. Let's get into it. Number one, I cannot stress enough, packing cubes. So these are a Disney set that I got at shopdisney.com earlier this year. They're super cute. I also have non-Disney ones as well. These ones are very sturdy, but you can get packing cubes at HomeGoods, TJ Maxx, Marshalls. Those stores have them for a great price, and they just really organize everything. So I do one for like my ears. I do one, and they protect the ears that way they don't get bent. I do one for all my shirts, and one for my shorts, one for my delicates. So everything has a spot. So when you're looking through your suitcase, because I'm not a person who puts stuff in the drawers, like I want to just save time as much as possible. So I usually live out of my suitcase unless the room is not designed for that. If it's a smaller room, which most of the time it isn't, but it's just easier to kind of have your packing cubes. You can even put the packing cubes in the drawers, and then everything is organized too if you do like to put stuff in the drawers, but it's just safer this way. It's organized. You don't have things wrinkling in your luggage. Big fan of the packing cubes. You can get them on Amazon too, now that I think about it. Number two, do not wait to the last minute. When you wait to the last minute, you forget stuff. And then like when you're leaving for the airport, you may have to go back for something. I like to plan in advance. I like to write down a list, which is number 3 on my list, make a list, and then maybe think about some of my options ahead of time. And just so I know I have everything I need, like maybe like 2 weeks before, be like, okay, start making a list so then I can see what I have, and maybe with like toiletry stuff, what I need to go get at that Target toiletry section. You know what I'm talking about. Number 4 is stuffing. And I don't mean like the Thanksgiving stuffing, which I'm very much looking forward to. I mean stuffing for items. So I always take Loungeflies with me, pack it with the stuffing stuff that it came with. When I'm using the bag, I will put it in another bag so I don't lose that stuff, but always pack it because it will lose its form. I don't know if you guys have seen that with some of your Loungeflies. I know someone reached out to me on Instagram and said, I don't know why you like Loungeflies, they lose their shape so easily. Not if you keep the packing in it. And when I store them, they always have the packing in it, including this front one here. This front little thing. So they do that for a reason, not just so it looks good on the shelves, but so they stay nice. A sweatshirt. Yes, you are going to the hottest place on earth, whether it's Disneyland or Disney World, but a sweatshirt is always important. You're probably gonna need it on the plane. Maybe sometimes in the morning it could be cooler, or surprisingly at night every once in a while it gets cooler. It definitely does in Disneyland, not so much Walt Disney World. Maybe you go to a restaurant and it could be cooler. It's nice to have a sweatshirt. I prefer like a zip up one to travel with so I can just put it on and off, but a sweatshirt, always a thing I travel with, no matter where I'm going. Even when I went to Vegas, brought a sweatshirt. Number 6 is one of the biggest things, and I'm gonna explain: bags. I don't mean like Loungefly or like a purse, I mean like bags. So these blue Disney bags, we love them. We all have a bunch of them. These are so great for putting your shoes in, putting those Loungeflies in, so everything's kind of protected. And it's nice when you unzip your bag and you see all these blue bags. I mean, these are thicker than most bags, I feel, like most like grocery store bags. So you know what? And if you use them for stuff, it just, you're getting more use out of them and you don't feel like you're wasting anything. So I'm a big fan of packing these blue bags. And what I do is when I put my luggage away, I have like a bunch of extra ones that I just keep in there. So I know when I pack my shoes and everything, they're good to go. By bags, I also mean Ziploc bags. So I actually took like 3 or 4 of these every day. So when I was eating, I can put my mask in it, so it wasn't sitting on the table or just like collecting germs. I felt better knowing that there was a Ziploc bag and then I can just toss it. And you can get a great deal on these in like BJ's and Costco, even Target sometimes. So I always take a bunch of these. In fact, I have this bag here that I got from Get It Creations, one of my new favorite small shops. And this was like my preparedness bag. So I had that in there. I had extra face masks. I had my glucose tablets, extra hand sanitizer, and wipes. So I had all that stuff. I had paper towels in there, whatever I could possibly need like in a jiff. So this way I wasn't digging through it in my backpack. I had it all in this bag. And also I take a quart size one, a bigger one. So when I'm using my refillable mug, like if all of a sudden I was using it and then I'm done with it, I can put it in that in the parks and then in my backpack. So just in case there's still a little water, even when you dry with a paper towel, you're in the parks, it's crazy. You could still get some and then it could leak on something else. It's in the Ziploc Ziploc bag. It's nice and safe. Nothing happens to it. So that's a tip. And also the laundry bag. So actually I have to fold this baby back up, but a lot of times I will use the infamous yellow laundry bags in the rooms, but lately, and in March they didn't have it either, they weren't in the rooms. So it was like, okay. So my mom actually got this for me for Christmas one year. So these are all kind of, well, not the Ziploc bag, but a lot of these are great gift ideas too if you know someone who travels. This laundry bag, which I think she got from Bed Bath & Beyond. So it folds up. So when you pack it, it's like this, and it says laundry on it in rose gold, which I love. And then it, you zip it, it comes out, and it's a big laundry bag. This way you don't have your stuff that you worn with the stuff you didn't wear and it smells. Like, you can zip this up, you can drawstring it, and it's good to go. Also with bags, it's good to like organize everything. So I have my preparedness bag, but also like I have my little Loungefly bag for pin trading. I just have everything organized. Everything's got a bag. My chargers have a little bag. Everything's got what they need. My makeup's in a bag separate from like the rest of my toiletries, and my shower bag, just so you know where everything is. Yeah, it may look like a lot of bags, but when you look at it, you'll be like, okay, I know what that is. I know what that is. I know what that is. You can even label them too if you want. I happen to know from traveling a lot what goes in what, but you can label them. Number 7 is wallet. Yes, do not forget your wallet, but I actually change out the type of wallet I get. I usually take these like small little Zip ID Vera Bradleys. It prevents me from putting a lot of stuff that I don't need in it. It's quick access. I could put it in the front of even a Loungefly really quick, and I just have my ID, any of my like credit cards or like gift cards, and maybe a couple of like quarters and pennies because I like the penny presses, and maybe some cash, and it fits it, and it's just better than having a big wallet that gets so heavy, especially when you're carrying it on your back. These wallets are so great, and they can clip on some of the bags that have like those things inside. What are the names of those? You know what I'm talking about. I'm filming a lot of videos today because I messed up last week with not having a mic on, and I just want to get a lot of videos out there, so bear with me. Something that goes in the wallet, gift cards. I feel like it's so important to travel with gift cards. I've always thought that, but now even more because my credit card information actually got stolen on the trip, so now I only want to use gift cards. Yeah, it's probably great to have some cash or something just in case. I know a lot of the places were not accepting cash. They just wanted like Magic Band credit card or gift cards. So gift cards are great. And what my boyfriend and I did was we had like a big gift card for our dining, and then like individual ones for our merchandise. Kind of set your budget a little bit, because if you start using your credit card all the time, you will have no control. I speak from experience here. I think my channel is proof of that. But it's also great to get gift cards because you can save some money that way. So especially at a store like BJ's, right now until I think November 20th, you can save 6% on gift cards. So I know the last time I got a $500 one and it cost $474. So it's kind of like getting a discount on top of a discount when you're in the parks. Or don't forget your rewards card. If you are a Disney Visa card holder, don't forget to call them and get everything on your rewards card so you can use that. So something that until recently I never needed to worry about, and now don't go to Disney parks without them, inner soles. These are Dr. Scholl's ones from Target, and I have a bunch of different kinds from Target, and I'm one of those people where every day I have to wear a different pair of shoes because you're just in them for so long and then your feet get used to it. So I did have to actually get sneakers. My boyfriend had to go to Target this trip to get me Skechers, and they actually did more harm for me than my Disney shoes because I am a Disney shoes person. Like, I'm in Disney, I'm gonna wear my Disney shoes, but they're not always the most comfortable. I do paint Toms, and I can start off the day wearing them, but sometimes I just have to throw these in. So these slip in nice into my Loungefly backpack or any backpack. But there's a bunch of different kinds for whatever you need. I know my sister doesn't have an arch, so she needs arch support, and highly recommend them. Otherwise, you're going to be miserable walking around the parks. It could happen. And I usually take more than one pair because sometimes when they get wet, if you get stuck in a torrential downpour, they get ruined and they smell. Let's be real. I clumped inner soles with other footwear too, with a tip to bring more than one pair of shoes. Don't just wear your favorite sneakers because if they get caught in the rain, something's gonna happen, or it's just great to alternate your shoes. But also, I pack these, and I got these, I wanna say at Target a few years ago, slippers. They're like very compact ones to just bring in the room, because I used to bring flip-flops all the time, but they could be bulky for packing. These are just great to walk around in, give your feet a break when you get out of the shower. Even though they do a good job of cleaning, I just like to have slippers too. So I have cute little Disney ones. They've got a bunch. I know Box Lunch has a bunch right now. I've got a Chip and Dale pair that my eye's on. So we'll see. But yeah, I love these slippers. And like Target, I think I got these for like $3.99 or $4.99. So just saying. Number 10, a big tip. Packing is part of the fun. Don't let it stress you out. I usually wait till like a weekend before or like a week or two before, and I start laying everything out, and it just, you know, it's part of the trip. It shouldn't be a stressful thing. I know for so many it is, but it's part of the fun. Also, to go with that, try things on. If things are a little tight for you when you're here, but you're like, oh, I'll be walking around. No, you'll also be eating a lot of food that you wouldn't normally be eating, like a lot of food. Disney food's amazing, but it packs it on. So just keep that in mind. If things are a little snug, maybe wait for the next trip. Or maybe like with the mask, the face masks, my sisters were a little big and we made sure she tried them on. So what we did was we washed them, we dried them, and then they fit her. Didn't really want to do that while we were on vacation. While, you know, sometimes doing that laundry is inevitable, and sometimes you're lucky enough to have the washer and dryer right in the room. Do you really want to be doing that on vacation? I know I don't. Also, you can see what goes. Ears and masks together. You wouldn't think that's such a conundrum, but it is. Sometimes they just don't look good together. And then you got the Disney shirt on top of it, and maybe the shorts and the shoes, and it's a lot going on. So it's nice when you try them on in advance. I'm not saying walk around the house in it. Just try it on, maybe snap a picture, send it to someone and be like, does this look okay? I do that all the time. Number 12, and I said this before the pandemic, sanitizer and wipes. While Disney did a great job of putting sanitizing stations everywhere, sometimes you could be on the line and you touch something on accident and there's no sanitizing station. So Disney usually, right now they don't, they usually have these like hand sanitizer things that clip onto your backpacks. Bath and Body Works sells them. Five Below had a bunch of marble ones at one point. I haven't been to a Five Below in like a year, so I don't know if they still do, but they are fantastic to have at any time. And the wipes for the plane, even though, you know what, you're the first flight of the morning, maybe you heard they already wiped it down, I still wipe it down. And bring paper towels with you, because after you wipe it down and you go to sit on it, it's going to be wet. Wipe it down with the paper towel. Number 13, this goes for your travel day. Do not be hangry. Pack snacks for all of us, even the people you're not traveling with. Don't be hangry. No one wants to see a temper tantrum from adults because they're hungry. Especially, things could go wrong. You could get delayed, especially if you're coming from a bigger airport and you sit on the runway for a while, or you're waiting for the rental car or Magical Express. It is always important to have snacks. Yes, they give you some on the plane, but let me tell you, very poor selection on Southwest this trip. It was like all stuff I couldn't have. It was like chocolate and cheese. Couldn't have it. So I was happy that I packed my granola bars, and I don't usually pack trail mix anymore because so many people have peanut allergies and that's not fair. Maybe I'll pack some for the room, but yeah, it's always important to pack snacks, whatever your snack of choice is. Number 14, carry a bigger backpack on the plane. Whether you want to use it in the parks or not, maybe you think the Loungefly fits everything you need, you don't travel that heavy. It's great to have extra space on the plane for multiple reasons. You may have someone in your party who's like, can you carry this for me? Or let's be real, last minute shopping. Now you've got a place to store it. Also, do you want to cram everything in your bag? I just got this ink and paint backpack, which is unfortunately not available on Shop Disney. And this was the perfect backpack. It has so many compartments. It's nice and big. I didn't shove it, but it had everything I need. I knew, okay, my tissues and wallet and like my lotion was right in the front. Then I had snacks and my phone in the next one. And then in the back one, I had my iPad, my headphones, my sweatshirt. Like I knew where everything was and I wasn't like digging around looking for stuff. So I didn't use it in the parks at all. I used my Loungefly backpacks, but on the plane, I was happy to have it. Plus, it's adorable. If you haven't seen my Walt Disney World haul, by the way, I don't think I mentioned that yet. I'll link that up in the eye and down below. And if I already did, it's down below waiting for you. And number 15, luggage locks, luggage tags, and a luggage scale. Because if you're like me and you shop a lot and you're only allowed 50 pounds, you're probably gonna go over, or like maybe you're not 100%. And do you really wanna be that person at the airport or at the Magical Express check-in, going through their bag, taking stuff out? Not about that. So I'm gonna link down below the luggage scale that we got my boyfriend and that my dad has, because they have been absolutely amazing. And you're like, you can leave the room with like a little bit of relief knowing that your bag is good. They're pretty accurate, at least this one. Luggage locks, look, it is a crazy world. People go through the stuff, or they can the bag could open maybe easily. Maybe your zipper's not great. It's important to have that. And in fact, since I put them on even my carry-on, I took 2 big suitcases on a carry-on this trip because I got problems. And instead of like losing the key for it, because I have one that you have a key, I put it on one of these guys, which I can't think of the name of this for, but you know. And then I have the keys here, so I don't lose the keys, because I know people who have done that. They also have the ones with like the number combination. Just remember the number combination. I just have a terrible memory, so I don't do that. And the tag, because you may think you have the world's most unique luggage. You're not the only one. I know so many people got this Mickey suitcase at Costco and it was everywhere. And when it was coming out, the bag check in Orlando, people were like, is that mine? Is that mine? Is that mine? And you may think putting a ribbon on will help. Just put your tag so your name's on it and then you have proof that it's yours. Just saying. So those are my 15 packing tips. And I know I have more, but those were like the main ones. I would love to know if you have any packing tips. Let me know in the comment below, and let me know if you're headed to the parks or maybe downtown Disney and Disneyland, or if you just got back, how was your trip? I would love to hear from you guys. As always, we've got lots more goodies on the way, from giveaways to hauls, because, well, I have problems and more. So thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. I'm Christina K. Have a Disney day. Also, another tip, it's not a packing tip, but it is a shopping tip, because Lord knows I have enough of those. If you see something you like, especially these days on Shop Disney or in the store or at the parks, get it. You can always return it, but get it, because you know what? Things are flying out of there these days, especially on Shop Disney and even in the parks. I said to my sister and like my mom to do that, and they didn't listen. And then what happened? We went all over property looking for things. So just saying, they could have had it, and then if they decided they no longer wanted it, they could have returned it. Because in Disney, say you bought something at the Contemporary Gift Shop BVG, right? You could buy it there and then return it at the gift shop at your hotel. Or maybe you bought something in the Emporium in Magic Kingdom. You can then return it at the gift shop at your hotel. So just saying.